Hi, I'm Lashon and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to be inspired on a daily basis, then this is the perfect place for you. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell. Hello, it's me Lashon and welcome back. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. We're just going to make some simple gumbo. And when I say simple, I mean simple. It's only for me, so I don't have all the heavy seasonings and that type of thing because I can't eat that type of stuff anymore. So basically all we're going to do is do shrimp, some sausage, and we're going to use chicken thighs. These are boneless. Also, they're skinless, easy and simple. We're going to use this gumbo mix because I can't do all that seasoning. And then we're going to make some rice. And that's it. Just a simple, small thing of gumbo. I've got the taste of it, and we're going to do it Lashon style. So we're going to start out by washing our hands. There's a bacteria soap. It's a quick process because we're not going to do a whole bunch of seafood like I usually do. I usually do crab and lobster meat, but we're going to do this. So here are our jumbo shrimp. They're already peeled and divined, and the tail is off. I always get these. It'll always say gumbo shrimp, and with the gumbo shrimp, they're already peeled and divined, and the tail is already off. That saves you time. It costs a little more, but it's worth it. So, first thing you do is you get them and you clean them. You clean them. It's not a lot. You think it's a lot, but it's really not. And you rinse them off really good. And the reason I'm starting with the shrimp is because I'm going to put them back in the fridge. I'm going to get them situated, and then I'm going to put them back in the fridge because we don't want them sitting out. Because the shrimp is the last thing I put in. Remember, they're already cooked. Well, I mean, they're not cooked. I mean, they're already peeled and everything, so we don't have to do anything to them. I slipped and said, because, you know, the shrimp looks so much bigger. They're so small. Look how small they are. Anyway, let's just get them clean. And we put them back in the fridge because that's the last thing that I put in. Okay? So we'll just get these nice and clean. Then I already got a container. I'll put them in there. And again, you clean these really good. I'll rinse them one more time. I always go through them. I know it say divine, but I always still go through them. That's old school right there. You clean them all. You just never know, see. When you rinse them, all that good comes off. All of that gookiness comes off. And that's what we want. So those are clean. Not many at all. I told you it wasn't many. There we go. That's all we got, but that's enough. And we're going to cover this up, and we're going to put this in the fridge. We're going to move on to the sausage, okay? Okay, so next we're going to move on to our sausages. And I use Roger Wood sausages. I already took them out the container. And I usually just use half and save the other half for my spaghetti. It used to be, these used to come more in a pack. Not anymore. Not anymore. So, we'll move this. Remember, clean as you go. Okay, so I have my Tampa Bay shirt on because they play tonight. And so this gumbo is for me. Now, you get the sausage, you cut them up. I don't eat my ends. I throw them in the sink. And I cut these up because I like these particular sausage. Everybody has their own favorite, and Roger Wood, I grew up on them. That's what I eat. I love them. I love them for breakfast, for spaghetti, for gumbo. That's about it. But I just absolutely love it. So we're going to cut these up really good. And I don't have a container to put them in because I don't have any counter space. As you know, we have to do what we got to do. So now we got a bowl. So we'll wipe that out. We'll sit that there so we can put the sausages in there as we cut them up. And again, use beef, use pork, use turkey, whatever meal that you're going to make for your taste. I'm one of those people where, look, I made a video where I made cabbage with no meat, and people just lost their mind. They were like, oh, that looks so plain and whatever. Well, that's the thing. I love fried cabbage. I also like fried cabbage with bacon and sausages and bell peppers and everything, but I was having a really rough couple of days. And as you know, I have difficulty swallowing, and sometimes when that flares up, I have to be very basic. So I made just regular, I didn't even put my peppers in my cabbage because I like to eat them, and sometimes I choke on them because I like to visually see them so they're not small. And so people had a problem with that. Again, I'm cooking to my taste. You can also add and subtract to this meal. And I'm not trying to make anybody vegan or nothing, because look, I like bacon, okay? I like all kinds of meals. It's just sometimes I can't eat them. And so that's something you should think about if you're cooking for someone who has difficulty swallowing. So today I'm going to eat this. I ain't got no problems, okay? All of this is going to be eaten. I always make too much, but 2 of my 3 children live in Jacksonville at the present time. Well, not really. Elijah don't really live here. He's just here. I better say that, put out that disclaimer, because Elijah is a Rolling Stone. Now, Patrick, my youngest son, does reside here in Jacksonville. He's got an apartment over near, not the Avenues, what's that area called? St. John's Town Center. And so he comes to see his mama. So I'm going, after I cook this, I'm going to text him and tell him that I made gumbo. The good thing about gumbo is you can put it in the freezer. So if he can't come today, that's fine, more for me. No, really. If he can't, I can put this in the freezer for him, and he can heat it up whenever he comes this way. But remember, I don't waste anything, but I try to cook for one, but it's almost impossible with gumbo. I have to see my ingredients. And right now, I have, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is not the situation. And so you just want to cut them sausages up. And that's what I do. And again, that's all that I'm going to put in there, because I have chicken thighs, and I'm going to cut those up really small so that each spoonful will have some chicken in it. Maybe not the shrimp, because I thought that bag would be just a little bit. I like shrimp in every bite, but you know, that doesn't always happen. But the flavor will be there. All I care about really is the flavor. I've got my kitchen window open. I have the blinds open. It's a beautiful day in Jacksonville. It said 20% chance of rain, and I'm all for it. I love the rain. Absolutely love the rain. And I love gumbo, and I love football. So all my good things are happening today. If my children was here, it'd be better. But you know what? All of them don't watch football like I do. My daughter Lyric is not a football fan. She would much rather be watching one of her favorite YouTubers. Her boyfriend, Markeith, now he would watch football with me. And Elijah, that's my oldest son, he likes football. Patrick is hit or miss. It depends on who playing. See, a diehard football fan don't really care who playing. A game is a game. That's what I am. But today is Tom Brady, and my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? That's why I'm wearing this t-shirt. Because I wore it in another video, but whenever he play, I put the t-shirt on. He is a Super Bowl champion. Oh, I'm sorry. The whole team is. But Tom Brady is the main one. Okay, we've got that cut up. Now we're going to get our chicken ready. So I got to wash my hands and clean up this area. Okay, so next we're going to add our chicken. And we'll open that in the sink. And we'll clean it in the sink. We'll clean that. And rinse them off. And remember, clean as you go. That's how we roll. These off. And while these are rinsing off, the cutting board is set up. Wash my hands again. Make sure let your water run on those and clean those thoroughly. And while that's getting ready thoroughly, we're doing a couple of things over this way. We are getting our stock together, our base for our gumbo. As you can see, that is our gumbo, and we're letting that boil. And also we are getting our pan ready over here because we're going to put the chicken in there as soon as it's nice and clean. And that's how we're going to do it, okay? Okay, so next we're going to cut up our chicken. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use this to just have it over in the corner. Now, as you can see, you have all that fat and stuff. I cut all that off. But remember, these are skinless and boneless. So, as you can see, I need knives too, okay? I just cut it up bite size. You could do this as big or as small as you want. I just want it bite size. I like to have a piece of chicken or shrimp in each piece, so you can go like about like that or half that size. It's really up to you. I try to get as much of this meat as I can off this fat, okay? Okay, no fat, but we just want the chicken. And I used to use chicken breast, and a butcher told me one time, why don't you try the thigh? Is much more flavorful for gumbo. And I haven't looked back since. I've always used breast for most of my lifetime. And let me see, I was living in a house, so I think that was about 2008. So since 2008, I've been using thighs. But before that, I always used breast. So that's just something, if you've never tried it with the thighs, most people use the breast meat, which that's my favorite. That's why I do it. But hey, you got to use with the flavor. I'm all about flavor, as you know, all about the flavor. So we just cut all that fat off of there. We don't need that fat. We just need the flavor today for our gumbo. So we're just gonna cut all that off. And I'm starting to get tired. Okay. And I also have to listen out for my laundry because Suds Share, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Suds Share. They do my laundry and they leave it at the door. That is the 2021 way, okay? Everybody leave everything at the door. That's just the way we living right now. So, anyway, so, look at the fat. We're going to get all that off of there, all of that fat off of there. And we're going to let this simmer real slow. But we're going to throw these thighs in the pan. As you can hear that sizzling. I like to brown these. I don't eat anything raw. Oh no, 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 nothing raw for me. And we'll just cut this. How many is it? Four more. But it's just, they're really small. Again, I cut them to size so I can have some. And if I was cooking this for my boys, sometimes I put breast and thighs in there because those are big boys. And they be looking for the shrimp and the meat. So if you got a lot of it in there, they won't take all the shrimp out. Yeah, they love it. Yeah, I was like, do you just want shrimp? Because I want the gumbo. I want the whole thing. But with them, it's just they can eat. So, again, this is just for me. I haven't heard back from the youngest to see if he's going to join me for this gumbo. But he ain't got to join me, okay? He ain't got to join me. Because whatever's leftovers, I'm going to leave some at the bottom and the rest is going in the freezer for another day. That's how I roll. Look at all that fat. And you have to pay for all that too, because you got to pay by the pound. I wish they'd cut it up for you. But if you get the breast strips, most likely most of the fat is off the breast strips. I try to get those when I'm making easy meals like stir fry and stuff like that. So after I cut this one up, I'm going to clean this again. And we'll cut these in little bitty cubes. And we'll put them in a pan for, I'm going to have to turn that pan off because I'm cutting slow. This knife is not very good. And anyway, so that's how I make my gumbo with the thighs. And if you haven't tried it, you really should. It's really, if you're new here, I kind of cook the way I eat. Not it's not the norm. I'll throw raisins and something in a minute. People got a problem with that. I mean, I'm all about the flavor. So I eat stuff that I enjoy. And so I'm gonna wash my hands and get this pot situated. We're going to get our pan situated and then we'll come back and do that chicken, okay? Okay, so we have finished cutting up all of our, we have cut up all of our thighs, and that takes a lot of work because I don't want any fat on my thighs, and I cut them and I do the best I can because this is the finished product, and I cut all the fat. All you see is the red of the meat. All the fat is gone. And here's my pan. I've just put a little bit of oil in there, a little spray oil in there, and we're going to go ahead and put these in the pan. And the pan is not hot. I did that on purpose because I want this to cook really, really slow. That way it's juicy, nice and juicy. The flavor's in there, but at the same time we want it to cook. And we're going to do that really slow. And remember, clean as you go, which I already did. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on, maybe 3 or 4. Remember, I have an electric stove. Then we'll come over here to our pot. And I'm going to pick up the camera so you can see inside the pot. And you can see that's what we're doing here. That is the gumbo. And we'll show you the finished product. But as for right now, it's in there simmering. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to get that situated. And I need a tripod or whatever you call that thing for the camera. So that's going to just cook slow, and we're going to let it cook slow, but we're also going to stir this up and put the top on it. And then when that chicken is ready, we add that. Then we put the top back on it. And then we'll do the shrimp last. And then we'll put the top back on it and let it cook some more. That's how I make my gumbo. Really simple. Look at all that. Look at all of that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Look like that cooking nice and slow. And I like my gumbo like mud. I like mud. That's how I always made it. And I'm tired and I'm gonna go sit down. Because this gonna have to cook for a minute, and then we'll come back, okay? Okay, so the final thing that we have is to add the shrimp. I just took it out the fridge. I just rinsed it off, and we're just going to stir up our big pot. And it's coming along nicely. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. It's really thick. That's how I like mine. Everybody is different. I like mine thick and muddy. Thick and muddy. We don't want it to stick, so we constantly stir. We constantly stir. And this is nice and thick. Nice and thick. And we're going to get those shrimp. Okay, so we have our pan. As you can see, it's sizzling. And we're going to throw those shrimp in there just for a second. And then we add it to our gumbo. So we'll just put all of this in here because it's I just want it to get a little of that flavor. And we're going to add that on to our, it's not really a lot. Just add that. And clean as you go. Remember, you got clean as you go. You can't see me washing the dishes. And wash my hands so we can finish up over here. That's really it. We'll watch this just for a second, flip it a couple times. And next, we keep stirring this, and then the rice is cooking, and that's it. We got about another 5 minutes. Well, actually, I cook them a little slower. I just want them to brown a little bit, get a little brown so they're not raw when I put them in the pot. And then we'll just do it like that. I stir this one more time. Stirring is the secret. And then we'll let this simmer while the shrimp is getting ready. And I am hungry. That's the only thing about cooking. I didn't eat any breakfast this morning. That was my fault. That's why I'm a little weak. I don't even want coffee today. I just want to rest up before my football. Okay, so we're going to put the top on there. That's what I forgot. Gotta put that top. You want those ingredients to put that top on there. Okay, and then we're gonna let this simmer for a minute and just the shrimp. And when it's finished, we're gonna add it to the pot, and then we got another 10 minutes, and we'll be all done. Okay. Okay. So I just added the shrimp in there, and we're gonna stir this like this. Oh my. Of course, it's too much. I just don't know how to make a serving of one of gumbo. I don't want to, because I eat it all day. So, lots of sodium, lots of all the things you don't really need. But my wrist is starting to hurt. Oh, Jesus. And we want that chicken to be nice and, oh yeah. It looks good from here, but it's always a little stirring. That's the secret. Get all the flavors in there. Get it all up in there. That's the timer, see? Always on time. Okay. Whew, Jesus. Oh, that looks good. So we're going to put this top on here and let this simmer just a little longer because I can still see, yeah, just a couple more minutes. I'm trying to get all the seasoning from the bottom and mix it up. So I just keep stirring, keep stirring. That's the secret, is to keep stirring, because sometimes the seasoning gets on the bottom and I can see it on the tip of my spoon, because sometimes it sticks at the bottom, the seasoning, and you just gotta keep stirring, because all those flavors get mixed up in there together, and it's absolutely it looks like this joker is basically done. We'll just put this top on it like I said. And then we'll plate some up. We are all done. We are all done here. And we're going to plate this up. Oh, look at that. Look at there. Look at there. Looks so good. Look at there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our bowl and we're going to present with the rice. Put the rice in first and then use the other spoon, and this is our gumbo sensation right up here. Oh yeah. And I'm not going to put a lot in this bowl because this is simply for presentation purposes and taste purposes. That's it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. There we go. That is our gumbo. As you can see, absolutely looks delicious, doesn't it? So we're going to taste this. I'm sure it's fine. Lots of rice in there. That big old shrimp. Let's put a piece of chicken. That's the chicken. See? Put a little piece of chicken. And we'll try that out. And my stove is making funny noises. That's really hot. But it's very good. Very, very good. I think the chicken is kind of big because I just bit half of this, and I should have cut it a little bit smaller, but it's okay. For presentation purposes, it was delicious. We'll try one of these sausage. It's so delicious. I'm a gumbo addict. Hi, my name is Lashon, and I'm a gumbo addict. Okay? Okay, so that's enough for today. I'm beat down. I'm really tired. Not too tired to eat, though. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Let's wipe my mouth. How rude am I? But that's a really simple gumbo recipe. And of course I edit the video. It's going to be edited. It's not going to be the whole time. But you start off, you cut your sausages up. You clean your shrimp and put them back in the fridge. And at that time, if you're doing the crab meat and the lobster meat, which I usually do, then I would cut that up too and put that in the fridge. So all of those materials would be in the fridge. I'll do the sausage. It's the first thing I add to my gumbo base. I do the sausage first. Then I cut up my chicken. I get all the fat off of there. Just red meat. So that every bite is just nice and juicy. And I cook those thighs really slow. I cut them in cubes. And I cook them really, really slow. That's the best way to cook them. And also, after that, then we do the shrimp and the crabs and the lobster. And if you have anything else you want to throw in there. I've never used anything else besides chicken, sausage, and either crab, lobster, or a combination of both. But I also didn't this time, but it comes in a can like tuna. Bumblebee makes I'm sorry, I'm so tired. They make a base of crab meat, and you can get, I think it's like $3 a can, and that helps for the when you're making the sauce homemade, the base of the gumbo. I use that sometimes. Again, this was just sausage and chicken and shrimp for this one. Simple, easy to do. So let's breathe in and breathe out so I can, okay, my gumbo all the way over there. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. You ready? I had a little whistle this morning. Okay, remember, I want you to have a good day, a blessed day, a stress-free day, and I'm going to try to eat the gumbo, take a little nap, okay, because let me see what time it is. Okay, I still got, a couple hours before my football game, so if I eat, take my medicine, lay down just for a little nap, set the timer so I won't oversleep, okay, because Tom Brady needs me to get this win, okay? So remember, Tampa Bay, by the way, Tampa, Dallas. Anyway, I thank you for taking the time to watch me cook today. I love cooking. I just can't, I'm just gonna have to get a chant here or something, okay? But anyway, the good news is my youngest son is gonna share in the gumbo today. So even though that pot looks extremely big, it's not really. Half of that'll be gone today. I'll freeze a quarter of it and then eat some tomorrow. That's how I roll. So remember, have a good day, have a blessed day, have a stress-free day. And if you're new here and you like what you saw today, please like this video. Please share this video. Please leave a comment so I'll know what you like or don't like. Tell me all the things that you liked. If you want to know how it tasted and those type of things, or what you add to your own gumbo, just let me know. Okay, so remember, God loves you. Ouch. Hit my hand on the rice. Weak, I'm telling you, God loves you, and so do I. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a minute to leave a comment. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.